Hey everyone, thanks for hanging around. Conscious of time, we've made this very, very jam-packed. So we're going to have a radio session party shortly after this AMA. So we'll try and keep it as quick as possible without not answering all your questions. So we'll try and cover everyone that we can, but we're going to keep the answers short and sweet. I have Hyper and Ninja with me. As you've heard from them earlier, they're from the team. Hopefully some other team members will be able to jump in and help with answering some of your questions. So, cool. I am not great with community stages, so Church, I don't know if you can hear me. Do you mind joining us on the stage and maybe bringing some people on to ask away? Thanks, Church. Sorry to put you on the spotlight. I can't hear you, by the way. Do you want to try and mute and unmute yourself?
Push the talk. There goes.
Oh, is it push to talk again? I can hear you now.
We've got God of Knowledge to come up first. Nice name.
We can't hear you, unfortunately. Am I the only one?
No, can't hear him.
It would be the push to talk God of Knowledge. If you navigate to your settings, voice and video, you should be able to see your push to talk set button.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, welcome.
Can anyone hear me?
Can hear you loud and clear.
I just want to definitely say what a great project you guys have done. It looks totally amazing. I'm just so blown away and just want to have a big thank you to all of you. I wanted to find out as well, with the Book of Alchemy, will that be able to be added to your Crucible as well?
So with Crucible V1, any NFTs that could be added which would affect the scene would be a one-way process. So if we were to do, so we have been having some talks with CTK and there have been a few ideas. There's nothing which has come concrete yet, but I wouldn't say that is something that's not going to happen, because there is definitely a good possibility there. But it would be, yeah, as I said, adding an NFT to a Crucible V1 Crucible is an irreversible process. So we wouldn't want you guys to lose your, well, you wouldn't lose your NFT, but to have it locked forever in your Crucible. So we will try and work out maybe some solutions there and further discuss with CTK. But like I said, it is definitely a possibility.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I just want to say again, an amazing job. I mean, like, hats off to all of you that's putting all the hard work to create something like this. I'm going to go away and play more with it, but it's just great to see that. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, everyone is so proud of the work that they've done, and I personally am amazed as well, as much as everyone else is. So well done, team.
Awesome.
Church, we can't hear you if you were trying to speak.
Yeah, I'm just bringing up Jarso as well. Jarso, you should have a request to come on stage now. While we're waiting, I'll bring up Addo. Oh no, we've got Jarso. Jarso?
Hello.
Hey.
I'm sure I want to say good job as well. Everything looks cool, and I'm excited to explore it. But I do have a question. I came a little bit late, so if I could find it in the Medium article, please just defer me to that. But I missed the part where I think you guys teased that NFTs will never be the same again. So I was wondering what you were referring to specifically with this. And again, I came late, so I'm sorry for that.
No worries. Does anyone else here want to answer that question, or should I go for it? Hyper, maybe you could give a bit of your vision, or Vasco, towards the artwork.
Okay. So regarding that, this is a way to say that this project is different from. Oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. My Windows doesn't like push to talk. So the project is different from what you usually see with other NFT projects. We created something that is real-time, 3D, interactive, and at the same time it evolves and it's kind of a living thing. So I don't know how much you've seen or heard, but your Crucible artwork is going to change with time and with the activities and how you, with your activity with your Crucible. So with every reward program that you joined, or for the time that you leave your assets subscribed and staked, there are a lot of different features that change in the Crucible with that. So this is what we mean by saying that NFTs will never be the same. We actually mean that this NFT is quite different from a lot of other things that you usually see in the space. And we're showing a different way to do this kind of project. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. So you guys are kind of absolutely understand the differentiation. You're breaking ground with the fact that this is going to be continually changing forever. Is that correct, if I'm understanding?
Potentially forever, yes.
Okay, very cool. Thank you very much for letting me ask a question.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Good question. Ado, welcome to the stage. Do you want to unmute yourself and ask away? We don't seem to hear you, so I'm not sure if you have to do push to talk as well. Do you want to give a go at muting and unmuting? That doesn't seem to work. Church, is it normally push to talk on the community stage?
Someone changed the setting during the other event so we could have everybody quiet for your presentation, Joe. I think the effect is global.
Let's
I don't
see
have
if I
access
can
to
do
change
anything. Let me see if I can change that while we have Ado there trying to speak. So maybe you could give Ado directions how to do non-push to do push to talk while I try and work out how to turn this off if it is on.
Ado, if you navigate to the settings on Discord and then go to voice to video, it should straight up display the option to set or what already is set as your push to talk button. Holding that down, you should be able to talk. Although it does look like he's making noise at the moment, it's just not coming through.
It could be me. I haven't muted myself and I'm clicking on the mouse. Let me mute myself.
Ado, it may also be your, if you're not on a phone, if you're on a computer, it may be your audio device connections. I'm just going to bring someone else up for questions because we're on a schedule, and if you have a chance, we'll bring you back.
Cool, yeah, I gave it a go and I couldn't work it out. So hopefully if one of the seniors are listening into this, maybe you guys could help us out with that.
We have Chico Army Soldier to come up. So you should have a request there.
Soldier, you need to click to accept to join the stage if you haven't already done so. Shall we invite someone else while Soldier is trying to get that sorted from his side?
Yes, let me grab someone else. Thanos, you should have a request now.
Hello. Yeah, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, and hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the car, so that's a lot of the technical issues mine. I think it was connected to the car speaker. Guys, I'm really, really excited. Thank you very much because it's really amazing. I was like driving and I had to stop over to see it, and it looked amazing. Just speechless. Great. Um, I would like to put my NFTs inside forever without taking ever out, because if I ever choose to sell my Crucible or something, I don't think so, but then we'll have that NFTs what I collected and they go with a Crucible. So that option I will really like to have. But is there like an option to connect the other products? So like things what we made on copper, or we have the tulip, or other projects to see in the Crucible?
Right now, we haven't really explored that direction too much. We did have the intention of staying quite, internal for the time being, if that makes sense. But it's definitely a very good point. I do think that there are a lot of opportunities there which we should consider. So I guess Hyper is the lead of our creative team, so I'm sure she'll be taking notes.
Yeah, it's great to know that you guys feel like you would like to do this kind of thing, and that people would be interested in viewing or having NFTs inside their crucibles. So we'll definitely we have been thinking about that, and we have great plans regarding that. But it's great to know your insight and what you like, that you would like to have this kind of feature.
Just to give a little bit of future insight, obviously Crucible V1 is limited to not being able to interact with NFTs. So you could, as I said earlier, deposit an NFT into your Crucible, which we're not enabling at this time. And that's not a reversible process. But we are actively working on the future iteration of Crucible. Obviously, this artwork is exclusive to Crucible V1. There will be something special in V2 as well, but we can't release too much now. We're still trying to figure it all out ourselves as well. But yeah, with the next iteration, we plan to have full interactions of other kind of tokens apart from ERC20. So the only thing is obviously right now we're not 100% set on what we know that V2 is going to look like, but definitely V1 is going to be very special. I mean, is very special in its own merit, and that won't be carrying over to V2. I hope that answered your question. Can you still hear us over there, Ado? We still can't hear you, I'm afraid. Sorry, Ado, we still can't hear you, but I think we'll keep you on stage until you have an opportunity to speak again. I think we've lost Church as well. Okay, so Thanos, I don't know if you are able to unmute yourself. Maybe you could fire away with your question. Thanos, just to let you know, we aren't able to hear you. You are currently muted. So you'd need to unmute yourself if you did want to ask a question.
I've got Black Supreme Peter. You're on stage now.
Hey Peter, we can't hear you, so I'm not sure if it's still the push to talk settings that needs to be done, or if just muting and unmuting yourself might work. Yeah, unfortunately, we still can't hear you.
Seems to be a similar connection issue as Addo. It's currently broadcasting, but not coming through.
Anyone else listening in the audience, feel free to raise your hand. We are definitely above time, but I think because we've been having some technical issues, we could probably fit in another few questions.
Chumpadink.
Hey Champa, you're muted at the moment, so if you want to ask away, you need to unmute yourself.
Hey, Key.
Hey,
You hear
welcome back. Yeah, we can hear you.
I figure I'll ask a question since others are having tech diffs. Hardware wallet. Storing our Crucible on a hardware wallet would be something I want to do eventually. Any thoughts of timing of that possibility?
Well, Ninja, do you want to answer this question? Ninja's our dev lead. I don't know if he's able to speak right now, but we'll see if he's able to chime in here. Otherwise, I'll be happy to answer this. Oh no, we can't hear you, Ninja. This is thanks to Discord. I think everyone is suffering today. Ninja, do you want to try push to talk just in case that's the problem there? No, we still can't hear you, Ninja. Right. While he's trying to resolve issues with his mic, or maybe it's just Discord itself giving us a bit of a rainy day weather, I can answer that question. So right now we do have ledger support fully for Crucibles, so you can store your Crucible in your ledger. Trezor, the way that we allow the ledgers to interact with Crucibles is actually via MetaMask. So you do have to add your ledger to your MetaMask account if you have one already, to your MetaMask wallet, and do the interactions that way. We don't offer direct connection at the moment. It is something that we're looking to explore, but it's not something that we have right now. And with Trezor, because of the way that we do it through MetaMask, Trezor, for example, doesn't currently support the type of signing methods that's required to interact with a Crucible due to their firmware being a bit locked down for interactions through MetaMask. So I do believe they have an update coming soon which will allow that. And once they do, that will automatically work with the Crucible website and interacting with the Crucible. But for the time being, I do believe we have some exploration for Trezor direct integration. I'm not sure on the progress of that right now, but maybe we can update you guys as we get along with that. but that would be really just to work around this specific issue. But yeah, you've definitely got Ledger for now. So if you have a Ledger, then you're sorted. If you have a Trezor or other kind of hardware wallet, then unfortunately you might have to wait a bit longer.
And is it just as simple as sending the NFT from one wallet to the hardware wallet that's integrated with MetaMask?
So Crucibles actually don't use a normal transfer function. So if you try to transfer using, Ledger Live, for example, or through another app with your Ledger, then that would most likely fail. So what we do recommend is to go on the Crucible website, connect your wallet there, and then do the transfer from the Your Crucibles page. So even if you moved it to a Trezor, then it would work as well for transferring your Crucible, but you would have to do it through the front end. So it does call the correct function in order to make sure that it moves correctly.
Thank you again.
You're very welcome. Thanks for joining us again. I don't see anyone else waiting to ask any questions. So thank you all for joining us. Apologies for all the issue with Discord. It's been a very interesting session, but hopefully we can answer some questions in the Alchemy channel or in other channels as we get free time after this. And we do have a radio event which is going to be starting, or should have started already, but I'm sure they're waiting for us. Going to be starting very shortly under the radio hotline. I do believe that the team have worked on a POAP for the event, so make sure that you join us. There is a playlist that Vasco has been working hard in compiling, and I've heard a few tracks in there, very, very interesting. It'd be great if you could join us for the party. So thanks again, everyone. Thanks again. Massive thanks to the team. Massive thanks to the community. You've been very patient with us. Hope you enjoy the art. I think it's definitely something very unique in the space. Gonna be very interesting journey for everyone with their Crucible over time. So make sure you hold on to your Crucible. Hopefully we can bring you some more interesting features as well as time goes. But let's enjoy this all together. And thanks again, everyone, for joining us. On those who've taken part in this community stage and the announcement earlier, make sure that you, I believe Church actually tagged everyone earlier in the Alchemy channel. There is a POAP for that event, so make sure you claim yours if it's still available, and jump into the radio and let's listen to some good tunes and enjoy this new Crucible artwork. Thanks again, guys.